I need to come by and get some more chocolate.
We're there. I'll be there at 10 o'clock this morning.
How are things?
Good.
How's your son?
Oh, he's doing great.
Oh, good.
They love the house.
Excellent.
They love
Oh,
it.
good.
And they use it.
Oh, good. They're
Yeah,
all set.
they'll be here most of the summer.
Excellent.
Yeah, nice seeing you.
Good to see you too. All right. Well, thank you and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show. Are we getting some audio on here? Do we have audio? Huh?
We have audio.
You watched the video live stream?
Oh, not yet.
Can you check it for me, please? Are you getting audio over there? Sound all right? Hello, test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. You can hear our audio, okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Well, good morning and welcome to the WSJM video live stream. It's 4 minutes after 7 o'clock, which reminds me we've got to do some stuff here in a minute. We are at Lake Michigan College for the Southwest Michigan Chamber Breakfast. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me is Mike Weibel. It's the 2025 Business Recognition Awards ceremony and annual meeting. Mike's looking at me all perplexed because in his ears he's hearing ABC News.
Yes.
But through our mouths, we're just giving. So because of the field audio setup,
Yeah.
that's our microphone.
Okay.
And so that's going to pick up room noise, and if we have to adjust it, we will. But we'll look for feedback from folks on the thing here. All right. So do that. So anyway, the behind the scenes here is things work just a little bit different. Okay, there we go. See, they're going to hear my recorded news right now, so I don't have to do the newscast right here.
Oh, that's handy.
Isn't that handy? Okay, you may have to speak up though.
Okay. Well, I'm used to turning.
So the microphones are not going to pick us up here.
Friendly.
Those are going to pick us up.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, any feedback on the video live stream yet?
No.
Okay. You can turn it off. That's fine. All right. Well, hey, how was your week?
Good. Glad it's Friday again.
Sarah, we bumped you to the third slide, and we're on the video live stream now. So you're just gonna steal your stuff? Okay. How's it going in there?
Good.
Yeah? Okay. Let's see. I'm checking with our audience. Do we sound okay? Yeah, that might be our better bet. I'm gonna change microphones and see if that works. Audio. How's that? Is that better?
Yes, I can.
I'm not asking you.
Oh.
Okay. How's this? Okay, so it's better. All right, so we're talking on the microphone here now. So welcome again to Lake Michigan College. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me is Mike Weibel. We're at the 2025 Business Recognition Awards ceremony and annual meeting. And this is the annual breakfast. It's a working meeting.
Okay.
Where they get a lot of stuff done. They announce their new board of directors. They share their young professionals board. Next Gen, they recap 2024. They share exciting news for 2025. They hand out their business recognition awards. And keeping with their new tradition, they will have live voting in the room for who wins each of the awards during this breakfast.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a People's Award
Like the People's Choice
situation. Yeah, it's a People's Choice Award for everything that they do. Now, as we describe the room here, we're at Lake Michigan College. We're at the Mendel Center, Grand Upton Hall. The doors were supposed to open at 7 o'clock, and a good 15, 20 minutes before, people were streaming in already.
Yeah, the traffic is pretty thick out.
The traffic is thick?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like people getting in and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, because they're expecting more than 630 people to attend. Plus they have gate jumpers like us.
Exactly. The ones that snuck under the wire.
We snuck under the wire. But what have you been doing this week?
It's working. Enjoying the warm weather.
You know, we got I think south of us here, you're going to pay attention to what's going on here. So south of us, they got a bunch of snow. Somebody was saying they got like 10 or 12 inches
Oh, really?
between here and Buchanan, which would have been I mean, that accords with some of the predictions that they were saying, the weather forecasters. Up here, St. Joe Benner Harbor, we didn't see as much.
No,
It wasn't that bad at all.
it wasn't at all. I know one of our ladies in the office lives in Pawpaw Lake, and they were probably 8 inches out there.
8 inches. Wow. You seen people you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you get 630 people in a room from Southwest Michigan. You're going to see some
One or
people.
two. Yeah.
You been following the news this week?
Yes. Yes. All kinds of stuff going on this week.
Are you?
Legislation going
Yeah.
on. Talking about taxing everybody's marijuana.
We did see some good news from space. Let's see. This one was from. Let me make sure we're still good time wise, and we'll get back on the air here in just a moment.
Did you see the proposed tax on marijuana is 32%?
I did see that. Yeah, we had news stories about that as a
I
matter of
know.
fact.
That's where I follow it on the.
Yeah, 32% on marijuana, and so the marijuana groups have come out. The business owners have banded together, and they're opposing this. And I think
That
we
would do
filed.
it.
I think we filed a suit.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't know if you could file a suit before something's actually something.
No.
But
Well, you can do anything now.
they're very upset. They're very upset about it. See you news, Peter. Good. We're on the video live stream.
Hey, fantastic.
Good to see you. All right. It's fun seeing people you know here.
Yeah.
This is good. All right.
Takes our morning show to a whole new scale.
To have all these people just randomly wandering around the broadcast area.
Kind of like a rock concert.
It's good. All right. Well, we'll get back on the air here in just a moment and give us any feedback in case we need to change something. I'll see what I can
There's
do.
Tony Ventimiglia.
What's that?
There's Tony Ventimiglia. He's an insurance guy, and I like saying his name. Tony Ventimiglia.
That's fun. All right. We're going to get back on the air here in just a second. So hang tight. So the Man, I didn't think it could get more crowded in here.
I'm telling you.
This is great. Okay, here we go.
I know.
All right, so good morning and welcome back to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg here with me this morning. I've changed co-hosts. Sarah was doing okay, but
Yeah.
she needed more coffee.
Yeah, and he's busy.
Yeah, well, and there's
I'm
that.
just
She's
forgetting.
busy. But what's the name of the show again, this show?
The show,
Yes.
Ken and Associates.
No, it's Ken and Friends.
Ken and
It's the morning show with Ken and Friends, and we've got. I kid you not, we have at least 100 friends around us right now.
Yep.
In the lobby
There's
of,
Dave Schaefer right there.
of the Grand Upton Hall in the Mendel Center at Lake Michigan College. Why are we here? We're here for the 2025 Business Recognition Awards ceremony and annual meeting. This breakfast, it's a working breakfast. All the chamber members come in, and I know they have. I think they're expecting more than 630 people.
Well, we know it's going to be 6:32 now.
6:30. Yeah, because we crashed the show, and maybe we can get our engineer in here too and give them a free breakfast. But no, I mean they're going to have live voting for all the category awards that they have. They're going to announce their new board of directors. They're going to share the all the things that they're happy about from 2024, all the things they're looking forward to in 2025. The categories for the chamber awards, everything from economic impact to small business of the year to the Pat Moody Award, the Rising Star Award, and new this year is Community Placemaking Award. It's new for 2025. So if we can get Sarah Spoonholtz or Arthur Havlicek or one of the folks from the chamber back over here, we'll ask them a little bit more about that because that's a unique category.
Yeah, is that new?
It's brand new for 2025. Thanks for listening, being part of the program.
Yeah.
I just said that.
I know. Just teeing it up for you.
You're just looking at people out here, seeing all the people you know.
Well, that too.
Oh, there's a line there. You said there was traffic coming in.
Yeah, and it's probably 3 times worse. And the parking lot's kind of a mess.
Where the road? Yeah, it is kind of a mess. You can't see the line.
No,
Where you come in from St. Joseph this morning. I did the same thing. I had to stop at the station in Benton Harbor before coming here, but the roads seem a little bit glossy. Did you find them slippery at all?
not getting on the highway, but
Okay.
once you got off here by the college,
Yeah.
it's
A little bit of compact
dicey.
snow and ice is still out there. Areas south of us got a lot of lake effect snow yesterday morning, but I think it petered out. We didn't see a whole heck of a lot
No, I
throughout
was
the rest of the
expecting
day.
to kick back in, but I think up north they got clobbered.
They did. They got a bunch up north as well. Paul Landecker was telling us that he thought they got somewhere between 10 inches and a foot up in South Haven. So anyway. All right. So we will continue to have guests float in and out from the Chamber of Commerce, the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber of Commerce. We've already had some great people come by. Pat Moody came by. Drew Dudley, who's the keynote speaker here again this year. He's very inspirational. He came by and gave us a talk in the last hour. Mark Lemoyne came by, Terry Bush as well. So anytime we see anybody from the chamber, stop in. We're gonna break into our spiel, whatever we're talking about, and go from there. What are you looking at?
Sarah's talking to Zach.
Oh, that's not unusual.
Well, you said you wanted somebody in the chamber, so I was waiting for a high company.
Oh, I get you. Okay. Let's see what's happening in the news today. What we typically talk about is things that are happening with the federal government, new programs, and that kind of thing. In the last couple of weeks, we've been talking a lot about layoffs,
Yes.
and another one to report from overnight. They're keeping the news media busy out there.
They are.
Over 6,000 Internal Revenue Service employees expected to be terminated by the end of the day today. That's according to sources familiar with the agency's plan. More than half of those employees, over 3,500, expected to be from just one division at the IRS. That's according to a text of an email released by CBS News. They got it from an IRS employee, they say. The email was sent to managers of the IRS Small Business Self-Employed Division on Wednesday, and it says that the affected employees will be notified either late Thursday or early Friday by the Human Resources Office at the IRS. Yeah, I know a lot of people have a lot of strong feelings about the IRS,
Yes.
but you also want your tax return back too. You want your tax stuff handled in a timely manner. So hopefully they're balancing this out.
Hopefully, but again, we're looking for efficiency. So
You
hopefully
are-
they'll become more efficient.
Well, good luck with that. The guidance said separation actions will be finalized. Terminated employees are to be paid for a full day on their last day of work, and then administrative leave will cover the balance of the day as they depart. Let's see what else. Managers were instructed to inform employees who planned to be on leave Thursday or after that their leave was canceled and they had to report to the office to return their equipment. Hey,
I only get up for
is he?
2 things. Here's
Is he? How you doing, Izzy? It's good to see you. Izzy DiMaggio, Hager Township Supervisor. So I like that. He only gets up for 2 reasons: our show and the chamber breakfast. That's fantastic. All right, what other news have you been following this week? Did you see the asteroid? There's some good news on that.
No,
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've been following the asteroid thing,
we have.
where you have what is it? Yeah, some 24. They discovered it late last year, and the chances of it hitting either Earth or the moon were at one point up to 1 in 32. So there was a 3.1% chance of it hitting it as late as Tuesday as this week, hitting either the Earth or the moon in the year 2032. There was a chance of 1 in 32. Which put a lot of alarm into a lot of people,
Yeah,
because you're more likely to get hit by an asteroid than turn 100 years old.
yeah.
So that was the projection. However, it's
Okay.
been updated.
Two.
Yeah, NASA is now saying at last check, and I don't know how it's changing so fast. I know you have a suspicion there, but they're now saying the chances have changed, and it's now like 1 in 360.
Ah.
So it's going in the right direction.
Just another day in the week.
So that's good news. So we'll see what in the world. And why is it a concern? Well, because they call it a city killer, because it's the size of basically a football field.
I think it'd be interesting if it like hit the moon and you saw it sticking out of the moon every time it rotated around.
If it just like stuck out like an arrow or something like that. Well, it's
like a
a
speed bump.
it's a full moon tonight with something sticking out of it. Dave Deutsch. Dave Deutsch. He's the Chief Operating Officer of Midwest Family Marketing and Media.
And an artist.
And an artist too. Yeah. If you saw the Moody on the Market article and the WFAM article, you want to come and join us? You want to say hi on the radio?
Oh, you got a mic?
Yeah, we got a microphone for you and everything. You're on the video live stream too.
Okay.
You're everything.
But
I'll play radio anytime.
saying hi to Dave Deutsch, who's a member of the chamber, and very proud. Talk a little bit about the importance of the chamber in supporting businesses in our region, if you would.
Businesses are kind of looking at the business music in the cool. Sometimes you forget you got to stop and rub elbows with other people and maybe get some perspective from a different viewpoint than just at the ground level. And the chamber is just so fantastic. It is a purpose.
Bob Harrison, one of our Berrien County commissioners, come by and say hi.
So it's really important that it comes together and we have these things to connect as a blog and step back and look at new initiatives in life. It's incredibly important. The minutia of every day and stopping.
Yeah, I mean, you can go heads down, you put your blinders on and get your job done. You know what you have to do with your business, but it's that networking aspect that makes us so much stronger.
So because the time flies by, it just does. When you think like I said, I make that point about being alone. So that networking is so important that you might not think the person looking at Corewell is saying thing, or the person looking production company is dealing with the same thing. The truth is, trying to make things happen in the community, help our business community, or help the community as a whole, or and maybe with a retailer, going through it, nature, and forget that others are sharing in that same. It's a struggle. Some days it is a struggle, but that
Right.
might be giving it that time to connect it.
Yeah, the common challenges a lot of people face. We may have a solution that you haven't thought about, and vice versa. So we look forward to that. Switching gears just a little bit. One of the things I respect about Dave, and one of the things that he brings to our operation is a clear wall between a lot of the business operations and the newsroom. He's the news director there for Movie on the Market and for WSJM and the group. And so, but this week I was able to cover two stories that had to deal with you and the stations. One of
I
them,
shouldn't be in the news.
I'm sorry, we had to do it and we had to ask the questions. But number one was we had a radio station changeover, QYQ, to go to WSBT Sports.
Yes, and there's more changes on the way, so
Okay.
there'll probably be a few more news.
Look at
stories.
that. We've got some follow-up
In
questions.
business, you have to make decisions, right? And back about a decade ago, we purchased radio stations down in South Bend. We, for the last decade, have had separate operations day to day, and I just made the decision that it probably made more sense in today's world to consolidate the operations, just find some efficiencies, but find things that we could streamline together at the same time. And you have 11 radio stations. Managing and operating 11 radio stations in that region is a lot.
Yeah.
And so we just made the decision to try to consolidate some of those efforts and look at what the listening public is looks for. So by consolidating the stopping stations covering sport, or we need more stations, multiple stations showing certain formats.
Right.
And so with that being the case, we just got an outside perspective and then looked at it internally and then said, what's the best route for us to go? And the first move was, instead of having two alternative stations, we have one at 99. And we also have a need to IQ when you're operating separately. You're like, okay, that's fine. But now that we're operating together, it doesn't really make sense. So, but we didn't have in Michigan a full sports portfolio in that thing. So they did. So we opted to consolidate off of the alternative into one and sports.
I just like that I don't have to get a callus on my thumb turning the dial
Yes.
anymore. I can just go to one alternative music station and I'm good.
There you go.
I'm good. And then also the other reason we had you in the news this week is Andrew Green actually wrote the story. You have an art exhibit on display. For those who don't know, Dave Deutsch is an artist, and he's been doing this for since college.
Well, I grew up, my mom really encouraged me. My family had a lot of art. My grandmother was a painter. My aunt was a painter. My brother was a sculptor. And sadly, they've all passed away. But that's where I was. I had a family had a lot of art in its blood. I was fortunate to get that God-given gift. And I was really into it in high school and then in college. And the work world got busy and it drifted away. And during COVID, I made the decision to re-engage him. I got some encouragement from the outside and it's a challenge with it. I said, just do one. I did one and then one is like this 50 pieces or so. And I've sold a number of them for commission work, which isn't really the purpose. It's just kind of fortunate because I'm helping with my guys. By any means. But it just fills my soul, and it allows me to share and be creative. And then it's a great stress outlet. I mean, it's an incredible stress outlet. So, and the fact that I get to share it, it's really, but it's in a lot of it. It's not designed, when you're the boss, it's like, I see in the title, COO, it's just, I'm just the guy that did some artwork, right? And here it is, and you get to see it, and maybe you get something out of it, maybe you don't, and that's okay. And that's the whole purpose of art, is to get a moment to pause and a moment to, interpret it yourself. And sometimes people will embrace it, and sometimes I've had people say to me, "It could do that." Okay. If that's where you're at, just think of it, right.
Thanks. Everyone's got an opinion, just like other things.
But the thing is that, and I said this when I was talking to Andrew.
Yeah.
That's actually a lesson too. If a kid can do it, why can't we as an adult, right? Why can't we learn from kids? They have great spirits and great energy and great kindness. And maybe that's the lesson, go play a little bit, go act like a kid, go, get your fingers full of paint and just, go have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and we thank you for sharing that story with us. And if you want to read the full article about Dave's artwork and where it's on display, it's called At the Space Between, right?
The space in between.
The space in between, excuse me. And if you want to get the fact and read the article and get all the right details other than me, you can do it at moodyonthemarket.com. And the art exhibit opens. Is it officially open now, or is it open March 1?
It's open now. It depends on when they're open. So,
okay.
You can get in touch with John Gatto. They'll open.
Okay.
It's available. So
for more detail, you can check it out. It's at moodyonthemarket.com. So we'll be talking about that. Dave, we'll let you get in there. And
Mike was going to say, you're going to say something.
Oh, I was just going to say, haven't you?
He never has anything to say.
I do now.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh no. No. Haven't you found that when you have that creative part of you and you don't express it, and then when you do again, it's already back. And there's just something about being creative that needs expression.
Absolutely. You realize that it's there. And what I was able to do for many years was the advertising world is I creating ad campaigns. So I get a little bit of that space taken care of, right? I don't do that as much anymore. They management. And so you're right. Once I discovered, wait a minute, that's really in there.
Yeah.
Now I can feel the itch. Now you can feel the scratch, right? And if I ignore it, I feel I'm being negligent to my soul, like my creative soul, right? And that's kind of fun at the same time. It kind of gives you a reminder that everything is about the rudimentary thing.
Right.
So
no, it's good stuff.
Yeah. And again, the biggest thing is how do you encourage people? That's the biggest thing I want to do is encourage people. Is what is yours? And so I said it to somebody recently, like, I think one of the artists, I just like, people prepare food are amazing. Bakers were amazing. Artistry is just you using your, skills or just kind of the energy inside of you to make something that nobody thought you could make, whether that's muffins, whether that's a beautiful yard, whether that's maybe some stitchings of some sort, expressing something inside of you that's there, like you said, that you didn't really realize is there. That's where art comes from.
Absolutely. Good.
I have my son went to Cleveland Institute of Art, and his freshman year, one of the classes he had to take was the chemistry of color. So it was a chemistry class,
Yes.
But it was all the breakdown of how color was developed, where color comes from, what are the components of color. So you don't think about science and art, but
Right.
it's all there's
One little unique fact is purple doesn't exist.
What? What do you mean
doesn't
purple doesn't
exist.
exist?
The brain manifests it into existence because the color that's really there to eyes, our eyes can't interpret, so we just make it purple. That's the chemistry of it. That's a cool thing about color.
That
purple.
blows my mind.
Yeah, yeah. So
Black and white, colors or not? Black and white, are they color? I thought it was the absence of color.
well, there's the debate on that, right? But the
Just
thing
like
is,
football.
I would put it this way: is if you're applying white,
Okay.
then you are applying a color.
Right.
Like white, like there's supposed to be a paper is white, many things, right? Or maybe this isn't white. So if that is a base, that's a little bit different. But when you've applied it, now you've brought a color, or as you've said, maybe the absence of a color, but that still creates an interpretation in your brain.
I love that. See, the mind of an artist right there, Dave Deutsch.
So,
Thank you for joining us
thanks
this
for
morning.
letting me play radio. I don't get to do that very often. I just get to watch you guys do it. So
No,
I can do
absolutely.
it at a moment's notice.
And
You're on.
thank you for letting us play radio as
Yes,
well.
yeah.
We
Good
appreciate
to
that.
have you here this morning. What time did you guys get here? Okay.
Terry got here at 5. I got here a little before 6, and here we go. Yeah.
Done.
So
Okay.
thank you.
Good
You
seeing
bet.
you.
We're here at the 2025 Business Recognition Awards Ceremony and Annual Meeting. The 2025 Business Recognition Breakfast Awards Ceremony and Annual Meeting is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Forwell Health and Honor Credit Union. The doors are already open. They're about to close them because they're going to get underway at 7:30. They're going to start the program. We're going to stay here and keep broadcasting. Well, we may have to lower our voices just a decibel or two, but no.
Nah.
Okay, we'll not do that. All right. The WSJM Morning Show continues. Okay. Claire. That's good. What did we do with Arthur? Is Arthur in there anywhere? Did you see him come in?
No.
What the heck? Okay, so how are we doing? That, that.
It's like, more. Outside school. It's number of
Yeah, you got to stay on microphone. Just right here. You can hear it in the headphones when you get up on the sweet spot. You were fine. Dave was in and out a little bit. Let's see. What do we have here? A couple minutes. Okay, right back. How's it sounding? Good?
Good.
All right, we're on the video live stream. Talk to them.
Hey, here we are, morning at the Mendel Center at LMC. So if you're video live streaming with us this morning, we are in a completely different environment than the Pat Regan Studios. So sound is different, everything's different, but we appreciate you tuning in and joining us. Let's see who is out there.
Just go right into it.
All right. Sorry, I had to go check on one thing for the video. Come on. You come over here? Yeah, see, we're gonna put you on the spot here. So we're on our video live stream right now. And we're talking to folks who are watching the video live stream. We've got Nick Gunn here, who I don't know how many different titles you have. Sorry, that's gonna be a little distracting. How many different titles do you have now? Where are you working? For people who don't know Nick has been in the past. He's been a Moody on the Market contributor. You work for the Benton Harbor Spirit.
Contributor there. I was a junior editor there.
Are you still a student?
Yes.
Okay, still going to Andrews.
Just switched my major to public relations.
Okay. So most recently, you've been hearing Nick Gunn as spokesperson for the city of Benton Harbor. How's it been going? How'd you get hooked up there?
City of Benton Harbor this summer, and as like a youth worker,
Okay.
they have their youth program. They hire students kind of to, go do yard work at different city parks and different things like that. But I was approached by the city manager to work, within the office and help the city with its communications. And I started that in the summer, and they asked me to stay after the summer, and it's been pretty good. I've been able to work with a ton of great people and learn about city government. So it's been fun.
They are fortunate to have you. I know why they latched into you, because you are very good at what you do. So I know you've got to work in there. So if you can wait just a minute, we're getting done with the Bloomberg Market Minute right now, and then we'll come back on the radio and we'll just say a quick hello. Okay, great. You're listening to the WSJM Morning Show. You've got our video live stream live. We got any comments on there, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Finishing up the. Sorry, did I turn my head at the wrong time?
You got luck.
All right. Oh my goodness, we are having way too much fun here. And my apologies if the audio isn't perfect on the video live stream. We're having to do with the microphones that they gave us. But right now we're at the Lake Michigan College, the Mendel Center, and joining us on the radio here this morning is Nick Gunn. And Nick has been a contributor to the Moody on the Market updates, and he's also had a number of different roles here. He's going to Andrews University right now, but you're also working at the city of Benton Harbor, which is really cool. Tell us what role, what capacity are you here for right now?
For Pillars.
Okay.
I'm also
You also are Present
Yeah.
Pillars?
Yeah.
That's a great organization in Benton Harbor.
Communications coordinator.
Okay.
Communications coordinator for a few places right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, been able to work with Present Pillars, the amazing organization, helping fathers throughout Southwest Michigan and Michigan area. So yeah, they're doing great work, and I love highlighting them.
Yeah, and you do great work. We just wanted to bring you on the radio to say hello, because I mean, if you've ever met Nick Gunn, he is involved in everything. He has energy for everything.
I was gonna say, what aren't you?
Yeah.
No, it's really good. We appreciate your presence here and working at the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber event. So let us know if there's ever anything we can do for any of the organizations you support. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We've got to get some news in here from ABC. We'll be right back in a few moments on the video live stream. We continue on WSJM. The WSJM Morning Show. We've got to get some news in here from ABC. Okay, we're clear, but we're still on the video live stream.
Okay.
No, you're good.
I do radio for WAU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's That's cool. I don't
All
want
right.
to talk as much.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. All right. Well, we're here on the video live stream, and they must be doing an invocation in there because everyone's got their heads bowed. Find anything interesting this week?
As far as news, have you seen what's going on with Santorini, a little island
Who?
off of Greece?
Yeah.
Santorini.
I did see that.
They're having like daily earthquakes, and they think first they said it was seismic, and now they believe it's volcanic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so probably both. Okay. You know, I was in a volcanic eruption.
Do what?
I was in a volcanic eruption.
You were?
Yeah.
Where? Oh, in
In Washington State. Yeah.
And how was that?
It was dark.
Dusty.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm bringing up a couple more stories here that we can talk about. One of the things I saw last night was
Stephanie's here.
where? Oh, very good. Okay, so we'll have that. One of the things I saw in the business news sector was about Walmart and Amazon. So Walmart yesterday, I guess you could kind of say, caused a little bit of a market slide for a
Yeah.
period of time.
Yeah.
And basically what they said, Walmart came out and issued a statement saying, at least maybe their guidance, saying 2025 is going to be rocky. And they were saying that a little bit in part because of the tariffs
Right.
that are going to be happening. Also, to pile onto that, Amazon now has dethroned Walmart in quarterly revenue for the first time ever.
Which is big deal.
That is a big deal.
Yeah.
Amazon said earlier this month that it brought in $187.8 billion in revenue during the fourth quarter. That beat Walmart's sales for the period, which came in at $180.5 billion. So, I mean, we're talking about, peanuts here, $7 billion, but still, Amazon bigger than Walmart for the first time ever.
Well, my house didn't do all of that, but we contributed to
Did you buy a lot of Amazon?
Yeah.
Walmart still leads the way in annual sales, though Amazon is gaining ground. Walmart is projected to reel in about $708 billion in the fiscal year ahead, while Amazon's full year revenue for 2025 expected to come in at around $700 billion. So again, you're talking about a difference of maybe $7 or $8 billion. Amazon's core retail unit remains its biggest revenue generator, but its top line is also being fueled, according to CNBC, by its massive cloud computing, its advertising, and seller services businesses. Who'd ever thought that a company that started out selling books
Right.
would one day be providing internet or let's say web services to the Pentagon and corporations around the world, AWS.
And with no brick and mortar retail store.
Right.
I mean, it's all warehouses and delivery. There's no.
Yeah.
You
What a
know,
brilliant idea.
Yes, it is.
Right? We're going to have this virtual store. If he had said that, if Jeff Bezos had said that, say back in 1980, people would have been like, you're a cute kid.
Keep on your bike, young man. Keep pedaling your bike.
Just bring me the newspaper. Walmart has looked to its chief rival, Amazon, for ways to sustain its sales growth. The company operates a third-party marketplace and offers sellers fulfillment services, although both businesses are a fraction of the size of Amazon's. Walmart has also launched an advertising business and a loyalty program for shoppers called Walmart Plus that competes with Amazon Prime. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, that we didn't even talk about Amazon Prime.
No. Yeah, the whole video streaming.
Yeah, Jack Reacher bringing that. Did you see? I've got to bring this up because speaking of Amazon, James Bond. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So this one has to deal with the rights of who has the rights to the whole James Bond franchise. And it's taking around $1 billion to have the 007 stewards, the Broccoli family and Michael Wilson, cede creative oversight of their family's James Bond franchise to Amazon MGM Studios.
Wow.
About $1 billion. Yeah. Hey, good morning. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Amazon originally, what they say is overpaid on its purchase of MGM in a deal orchestrated by then MGM chair Kevin Ulrich. And though valued between $3.5 billion and $4 billion, they were absorbed by Amazon for $8.5 billion. What are you looking at? You got something good there?
I'm having trouble with connecting though.
Oh, to the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Just go to guest.
Well, I was just doing off of Verizon, but obviously Verizon and like Michigan College don't have an
You're
agreement.
bad mouthing them. That's fine. That's fine. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Exactly.
now? By the way, the noise in the background you hear, I'm sure we're their noise in the background, but the noise in our background that you hear is the 2025 Business Recognition Awards Ceremony and Annual Meeting. The Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber of Commerce hosts this annual working meeting, and they are underway right now. Their doors opened at 7 o'clock, and by the time 7 o'clock rolled around, the room I think was already half full, and right now I want to go over and take a look right now, but I think it's full. I think they surpassed their estimate of 630 people, at least by a couple of us, and more people keep streaming in. Here at this event at the Grand Upton Hall, located in the Mendel Center of Lake Michigan College, they're going to announce their new board of directors. They're going to talk about their Young Professionals Board, Next Gen. They're going to talk about what happened in 2024. They're going to share all the exciting news for 2025. They're going to hand out the Business Recognition Awards. There's, I think, 8 different awards. And one of the things is the Community Placemaking Award, which I was hoping that we could talk with one of the folks here, but I think they're all occupied now that the program has started. So we're going to look up their Placemaking Award. We're going to look up the information they sent us. And we're going to get on the radio here in just a moment. All right, so we'll talk about the Placemaking Award, and then we'll also talk about the James Bond stuff here in just a moment. On WSJM, thanks for hanging out while we're making this happen. And thanks for showing up, Mike. How you doing?
Thank you. Thank you.
You're not nervous because there are people around us all the time, are you?
No, it's just when you stepped away, I was explaining to the live stream. We're not in the Pat Moody studio, so it's
That's right. We're now
a whole
on
different vibe.
We're now on the radio.
Yeah.
Good morning and welcome again to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. We're not in the Pat Moody studios. We are in the Mendel Center of Lake Michigan College. We're right outside the Grand Upton Hall for the 2025 Business Recognition Awards Ceremony and Annual Meeting. And I was supposed to have a different co-host for like 90 minutes, Sarah Spoonholtz.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Mike showed up early because Sarah bolted on me.
She did. As soon as you said to her, "Oh, you don't have," she was gone.
Well, I mean, there are a ton of people. I think she's at the podium right now introducing the program for today. But basically, here at the Grand Upton Hall at Lake Michigan College, they're going to be announcing their new board of directors for the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber of Commerce. They're going to share their Young Professionals Board, Next Gen, recap 2024, share exciting news for 2025, hand out their Business Recognition Awards, and there will be live voting in the area. The audience members will help to select the Business Recognition Award winners during live voting. So we've seen a lot of great people from our community here. We're continuing to see people come up and talk to us as we're talking about it. But we were talking about the Placemaking Award. And one of the things here that the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber of Commerce has announced are nominees for this month's Business Recognition Award ceremony. We've got people. Did you want to bring them on the air? Who is it? Okay.
Andy Williams from Lakeshore High School. I graduated with him in
Very nice.
1984.
They're from Lakeshore, though.
Yeah. So
Okay, well,
that's
we'll
why
keep them off the air for now. No, I'm just kidding. But again, Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber, they have that Placemaking Award. And one of the things about that, why they introduced that award is because they really wanted to bring in the communities that are doing a lot to make their places more business friendly,
Yeah.
and drive more of the areas of economy that they find important and vital to keeping Southwest Michigan going. And so the Community Placemaking Awards. Hi, how are you doing? This is Mamie Yarbrough.
Yes.
It's good to see you. Are we doing all right? Berrien County Commissioner Mamie Yarbrough is here. Oh, no, you're not late. I mean, well, you're here. This is where you should be. Absolutely. It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. Mamie Yarbrough, Berrien County Commissioner. So glad she stopped by as well. But for the business placemaking, the community placemaking, nominated this year Berrien County Parks for their Silver Beach project, the City of Coloma for the Norma Jean Summers Splash Pad, which there was a ton of community involvement in that. We covered that several times with the news. And then also the Unified Civic Monuments Project, Two Kings, Two Cities Together. And we've seen the organizers of that as well. There's prosecutor for Berrien County, Amy Bird. Let's see, what else do we have here?
Dave was sharing was really important in that the Chamber of Commerce helps people that very easily start to feel like they're on an island and not realizing that people around them, other business owners, either have successes in the areas they're struggling or potentially failed in something they're thinking about. It helps us to streamline and not reinvent the wheel. What a crucial thing to development and coordination and just making the place we live a better place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the other business focused awards: Best New Business, The Garage on Ferry Street, Modern Roofing and Construction, The Lab, Martial Arts and Fitness, The Squeeze Bar and Grill. So they're all in contention for the Best New Business Award. Economic Impact Award, those in contention: Corewell Health Primary Care Bridgman, Four Winds Casinos, Honor Credit Union, and Monty Packaging Company, or Package Company, excuse me, Monty Package Company. Small Business of the Year Award, Schmidtke Construction and Contracting, M&W Tire, Pipestone Creek Golf Course, and Vilwalks Outdoor Living. And Nonprofit of the Year Award, up for grabs, it's Harbor Country Mission, New Heights CCDA, Present Pillars, and United Way of Southwest Michigan. We already covered the Community Placemaking Awards. For the individual focused awards, the Rising Star Award, the nominees are Chris Britton from New Heights CCDA, Sarah Lancaster from South Shore Health and Racket Club, Jonathan Scott, Modern Roofing and Construction, The Lab, Martial Arts and Fitness, and Stephanie Ott Williams, Baseballs and Company. And then finally, for the Pat Moody Award, a lot of familiar names here as well. Joe Gianola from Gianola Investments, Michelle Height, New Buffalo Township Supervisor, Bernice Mason, Community Volunteer, former Chamber Ambassador, and Dave Schaefer from Krugel Lawton CPAs. Which we've heard about a couple of those folks and seen all of them come by here today.
I saw Dave come in earlier with the crowd.
With a crown?
With the crowd.
Oh, with a crowd. Okay.
Yeah.
So I
He
was
wasn't
gonna
wearing
say,
his crown yet.
Is he assuming he's going to win already?
I think so. Assume the close. Assume the close.
Assume the role you want. But we are at the 2025 Business Recognition Awards ceremony and the annual meeting. It's presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Corewell Health, and Honor Credit Union. And we are at the Grand Upton Hall in the Mendel Center at Lake Michigan College. We're going to be back with more. We've got to get to our Moody on the market update in just a moment. And then I've got to get to that James Bond story because I want to talk more about what does it mean? What does it mean with Amazon buying the franchise to James Bond? I mean, your mind is going to go a lot of different places when we
I'm
start
thinking
talking
all the
about
drivers are going to start wearing tuxedos.
We'll talk about that in a moment right here on WSJM.
Been driving Alfa Romeos.
All right. We're still on the video live stream, and I'm just going to mess with a couple of commercial things here in the background. Feel free to chat, talk, blink your eyes. You can blink your eyes. Blink once.
Like,
Okay, that's good.
hey,
Are these drink tickets? Because we need drink tickets. No, I'm just kidding. We're on the video live stream, so careful. No, you're fine. Oh, food tickets. Oh, voter tickets. Do I get one? Sorry. If Sarah forgot me, I'm gonna be so upset. We're trying to get the voter things because I want to start voting.
you got one. You got
Oh,
one.
look at that. Thank you so much. She didn't forget me. Look at that. Okay. See, that's the new thing about how they're doing the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber Breakfast is the voting for the award winners actually happens via app.
That's cutting edge. Cutting edge.
What else has been going on this week, Mike? You been good?
Yeah, it's been good. There's Tanya Urias. She's a manager at Honor Credit Union.
Oh, very nice.
I've known her from when I used to work at Fifth Third.
Very nice.
Many moons ago.
This is one of those events where everybody who's anybody in chamber business is here. There. I got my name tag on. There you go.
You're official.
But I think the we were talking about the asteroid earlier. That NASA has now released new estimates that it's going down precipitously.
Yeah.
Is really curious because you'd think before. Oh, here we got to get back on the radio. Hang on one second. Oh, that pesky radio and the timing and the clock and everything.
The clock.
We got to do
It's our
stuff.
nemesis.
It's the WSJM Morning Show. Good morning, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me is Mike Weibel, and we are broadcasting live from the Lake Michigan College Grand Upton Hall in the Mendel Center for the 2025 Business Recognition Awards ceremony and annual meeting. And we talked about that, what all that is, a few moments ago, and we're keeping our voices low, because they've got the program going right now and the doors are open to it. But one of the things we were talking about that has nothing to do with the Chamber of Commerce is James Bond franchise being bought for like $1 billion by Amazon MGM Studios. So we were thinking, again, about Amazon. You think about Amazon going from a book company to the behemoth that they are. They just eclipsed their quarterly earnings for over Walmart by about $7 or $8 billion. And then as a celebratory surprise party type thing, they bought the James Bond franchise.
I mean, when you're doing good business, why not buy James Bond?
And so I mean, I wonder what in the world is their plan going to be for what they're going to do with the James Bond franchise. You and I think about the James Bond franchise. We think about a couple of different things.
Yep.
Well, maybe three things. We think about the books, which,
Yes.
Ian Fleming. Then you think about the movies, incredible, timeless.
Yes.
And then you think about video games and stuff like that. But because there have been a few James Bond video games.
A few.
But now you think about, okay, Amazon has thrown $1 billion at this James Bond thing. What are they going to do with it? How are they going to make their money back? And then how are they going to make it back fivefold, tenfold? How are they going to do that?
Somehow I think they have a plan.
Well, I mean, you mentioned something the other day. They're all going to start driving Alfa, or the other moment, they're all going to start driving Alfa Romeos.
Of course.
The delivery drivers are going to show up in tuxedos. They could actually do the tuxedo part. Maybe the Alfa Romeo part is a bit much because that would cost a lot of money.
Well, maybe they'll just paint an Alfa Romeo
liability.
on the side.
Okay, yeah, they'll just make branded Alfa Romeo. But no, I mean, you think about the promotion ability that they might have
Oh.
to do something. There's a new James Bond movie coming out, and we have all of our drivers in 007 gear,
Right.
or just a couple of them with media cameras nearby.
Or all the boxes have a logo on them.
Right.
The logo. I mean, it's a huge, huge platform.
Then you think about, okay, well, do they take it in another direction? We've seen a lot of movies. Jack Reacher, I think, is one of them.
Right.
The Bourne stuff and all these things. They turn them into serial episodes.
Right.
They turn them into different seasons. So you could have that kind of thing going on, or young James Bond.
Like young Sheldon
Yeah, just like young Sheldon. Why not?
creeping around. He's got all kinds of gadgets on his bike.
It could be like Inspector Gadget.
Speaking of James Bond, here's a van pulling up through the. Oh, good thing he stopped. I thought he was just going to drive right into the lobby.
See, then you could have been part of the news team.
I know. Oh, so close. So close.
But yeah, it intrigues me what the move will mean. Let's think about James Bond wardrobe, James Bond active wear, James Bond formal wear that Amazon can start shilling,
Kids' costumes,
kids costumes. Yeah,
pet costumes.
you could do. Maybe they could rewrite the story so that he doesn't die.
They could.
Yeah. So yeah,
Maybe they froze him and then thawed him out in a back of an Amazon truck.
or in the back of an Amazon truck. All right, we've got to get a couple more things in here. It's the WSJM Morning Show at 7:56. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. We're on the road this morning at the 2025 Business Recognition Breakfast, and we're also anxiously waiting. We had him as a he's already up at the podium. Is Drew Dudley? He's the keynote speaker this morning. Is he giving his keynote speech already?
I would think so, but
No,
you never know.
Maybe he's just saying hello. So anyway, we'll come back and talk about more things right here on the WSJM Morning Show in just a moment. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us on the video live stream if you've done that as well. So we'll be back in just a moment right here on WSJM. Good. All right. Gotta do that one. And then we have to do this one. And then we'll be good to go. Our ABC News. Again, thanks for joining us on the video live stream. We really appreciate you. And some of you have come by and said hi here. Bernice Mason is a avid listener, and participant in the video live stream from
Yep.
time to time.
Yeah.
And she's here. She's actually nominated for an award that I mentioned. And so it was great to see her. Great to see everybody else who stopped by too.
Saw Sarah Lancaster come in. She's nominated for an award.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Got any plans for the weekend?
Not anything particular. Just kind of playing it.
Gonna relax?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Words. Words are hard.
They are. Especially when I've got all this
I'm gonna lose
noise,
you somehow today.
this voice going on in the back of my head amongst all the other voices in my head.
Seasoned radio professionals, we learn to hear one thing in our ear and speak another thing through our mouth.
Well, at best, I would be part-time.
It's the way that we become good husbands.
That's true.
All right. Now I'm in trouble.
You are. Because Stephanie's listening on the live stream.
Stephanie is listening on the live stream.
I tried to save
Whom I
Stephanie.
love eternally and dearly. All right. Oh, and then I've got a what's the acronym or the abbreviation you guys came up with? SMIKE?
Psych,
Oh, psych. It's not
Psych.
Mike.
not smike.
Mike or smack.
That'd be
or
way too
something
much
like
me.
that. Samuel cut his finger last night. He had to go to the ER. It
What did
was
you
so severe. All right, we'll come back and tell you more about that, but it won't be on the video live stream, so we have to get that and get to our news here in just a moment. So stand by. Make sure that I can do all this stuff here. Okay, thank you for joining us on the WSJM Morning Show. We've been broadcasting live from Lake Michigan College for the Southwest Michigan Business Regional Chamber of Commerce Business Recognition Breakfast, and they've got their keynote speaker Drew Dudley up there right now. We're going to have our news from ABC here in just a moment. Just a quick check, of the weather forecast for today. Partly sunny skies, just a 20% chance of snow flurries. High around 27 degrees today. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast, we're looking at mostly clear skies, and that's going to let it get cold. Well, there's Sarah Spoonholt. She finally comes back. We're still on the video live stream, by the way, for 9 seconds.
9 seconds.
9
8
seconds,
seconds.
8 seconds.
7 seconds.
But yeah, precipitation-wise, it doesn't look too bad. All right, well, thanks for listening, and thank you for being on the video live stream. It's 8 o'clock. Okay, 1 second, 1 second. 1 second. And the